Good afternoon, everybody. How we doing?
Good.
Good. We're here for the moral reasoning group. We have a scenario that we gave you for your homework. You circled your responses. We put your responses on a chart so we know what your responses to the questions were. Going to go through the questions and kind of compare what you have to say during group with the responses you gave earlier, okay? Okay, so Jelena, would you read the scenario, please?
Mark has been going steady with a girl named Maria for about 2 months now. It used to be a lot of fun for him to be with her, but lately it's been sort of a drag. There are some other girls that Mark would like to go out with now. Mark sees Maria coming down the hallway. It's cool.
So is that a real scenario? Is that something that can happen or has happened to anybody?
Yes.
So that's something, it's they have a relationship. One, Mark's getting kind of bored, and now the situation is he just is not too sure what to do. Okay, very good. Mike, would you read question number 1, please?
Should Mark avoid the subject with Mariah so Mariah's feelings aren't hurt?
So you answered that. You said he should avoid. Why?
Yes.
Why is that?
First off, he's in school and he really don't want to be with her. And if he talks to her now, he might bring it up and embarrass her. And I don't know. I don't know.
So it's not only a matter of just avoiding it, but if he did it in the hallway like that, that might embarrass her too.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Jelena, you said he should bring up. He should say something to her. What should he do?
I feel like, he shouldn't just break up with her in the hallway, but he should tell her that he really needs to talk to her, at least so he can prep her for it,
So he should be honest with her?
Yeah.
Is that the question? Okay, good. Dejana, you said should bring up too.
Yes, I agree, because I think he should bring it up and, like Jelena said, give her the heads up so she's not so angry when he does tell her or hurt from the way he's going to tell her.
So I understand, because if you didn't bring it up, you kind of be leading her on the whole time?
Right.
Okay. Sasha, you said should bring up too. Why?
Like what both of them said, they should bring it up, but not at the moment. They should wait for the right moment, like after school, or they should meet up after school and talk, and that's when he should do it.
So like Jelena said, though, maybe you should say to her, I need to talk to you. Can we talk after school? Not embarrass her. Mike said that too. Not embarrass her, but get a time when he can talk to her. Brandon, you said should avoid. Why? Should avoid. Why? Why avoid that?
Because when you have problems like that in school, when you tend to bring them up, things always happen, drama and stuff. So I would just ignore and just walk past.
So your plan is, see her coming, not say anything, let it go.
Yeah.
Okay. Jelena, would you read question number 2, please?
Should Mark make up an excuse, like bring Maria, like being too busy to see Maria as a way of breaking up?
Yeah, you said no excuse. You said no, he shouldn't. What do you think?
I mean, I just don't feel like it should be an excuse. He
So
should
back
just let her
to
know.
it's a little bit of a theme that you were talking before about being honest. It's just being honest.
Mike, what do you think on that?
I would make an excuse. I'm not good at breaking up. I'll try to push her away probably and make her break up with me. Probably.
So make sure I understand, okay? So you're getting bored a little bit.
Yeah.
Jelena's saying that the honest thing to do would be to bring it up to her. You're saying maybe I should push away a little bit to get her angry so that she then brings up, that she would then not break up with you. That's not, is that being honest?
No.
Okay, all right.
But it's easy. But you said it's easier thing for you to do.
Yeah.
Okay, Dejana, what would you say to that?
I would say that he shouldn't make up an excuse. He should just be front and honest with it, because at the end of the day, that's what everybody wants, honest. They want somebody to be honest with them instead of just making up and lying about the situation. So I think he should just be upfront with her and just tell him exactly how he feels, because she might feel the same way.
So making up excuses and lying could even make the situation a lot
Even
more
worse.
complicated.
Yes,
Worse.
even worse.
Worse, yeah. Sasha, what do you say to that?
I think he should just be honest with her. Just tell her exactly how you feel.
That's exactly what you said. When you answered the question, you said no excuse. You should not make up an excuse. That fits right in there.
So Brandon, what do you think?
I think he should go out with another girl because if he confronts her about it, then there's going to be a lot of drama. Rumors are going to be spread and stuff like that, and it's just not worth it. If you date another girl, then she's just going to get mad for a couple of days and it's all going to drop away.
But that's not being honest.
And that's deceiving them.
It may not be honest, but it avoids all the drama.
Mike, what do you think?
I probably wouldn't go out with a girl. I would probably be flirty because if you go out with another girl too, that's gonna start drama between the two girls, and they're gonna be fighting over you. But now being flirty, you know what I mean, and then trying to get her don't show her a lot of attention, where she starts to like lose feelings for you. You know, if you start going out with another girl, like while she got feelings for you, that's gonna start a lot of
So
trouble.
let me get it straight. The order is you're gonna stop paying a lot of attention to her.
To her.
You're gonna start flirting with other girls,
You're not
and
like
then she
going
might get
out.
the message.
Yeah,
Do you think that's honest?
No.
no, that's not honest.
No,
I mean, he
it's
should
not.
that's
just
what
break
you
up
do.
with her.
I would, yeah.
Okay, that helps us understand.
Sasha, could you read the next question, please?
Let's change the situation a bit. What if Mark and Maria have been living together for several years and have 2 small children? Then should Mark still break up with Maria?
Now, you thought that time mattered, the length of time they've been together mattered. Now they also have been living together and they also have 2 children. What do you think should happen now?
I think if he truly loves her, he should stop and think about their marriage or them being together. And if he's sick and tired of her for real, then it's time to move on.
But
Okay.
there may be some consideration for the length of time, because before you said a couple weeks, a month, that might not mean anything. 2 years, that's a lot of time. So you may give more thought, even if you're feeling that way, you still may give more thought to it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you still try to work it out. Like, you
Okay.
stay there until the rubber band's fully stretched and it breaks.
Good way to put it. That's a good way.
Dejana, what do you think?
I think that he should just try to stick it out. They got kids. It's kids now involved. When it's kids involved, a lot of stuff is different. So I think he should just try to stick it out, talk to her, just see what actually is the exact, like, what's the main problem, what's going on with their relationship, and just try to work it out for the kids. If they can't, then just let it go.
At least they tried.
Right.
And you're putting a real value on that there's children involved now, and we have to think about 3 people's feelings, not just one person's feelings. Okay,
right.
excellent. What do you think, Jelena?
I mean, I agree with them to a certain extent. It's like, okay, they have children and they have put in years, but who's to say that they didn't, like, start going through it a year ago and, like, you know, now everything's coming to the light and they just, you know, it's time to call it quits. You could still take care of your children. You know, I'm sure you don't want to have to, you know, separate them and all of that, but, I mean, you got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Very important that you said you can still be a good parent no matter what. Okay. So, but you probably want to have a process to breaking up, not just do some of the things we've been talking about, like where he just quits talking to her,
Right.
makes up excuses to not come home, that kind of thing, right? Okay.
Mike, you said can't decide. Why I can't decide on this one?
The only reason, because I wouldn't want to live with the stress, but then again, I don't want to live without my kids and living in the same house with my kids. Like, but then again, I wouldn't really, I don't know. But all I do know is, I wouldn't want to live without my kids, but I wouldn't want to live with the stress. So I don't even know until I'm in that situation.
Sure. So for you, now there's kids involved, it does kind of make it a little bit different.
Brandon, what do you think?
I don't think he should break up because if he took it that far enough to where you're living together and you have kids, I mean, there's obviously something going on between you two, and if you made it that far, that means there's love somewhere in there. So, I mean, to me, I would do it for the sake of the kids, so they wouldn't have to go through what some kids have to go through. But I think if she wasn't willing to make a change, then I definitely would.
Okay.
So up until this point, Brandon, you've been saying, avoid, don't say anything, go out with somebody else. Now all of a sudden, you're saying, well, no, now there's kids involved. Don't break up. And that, for you, that's the line? That's where it goes differently?
Yeah, I have to say.
Okay, because that's totally different than you've been saying the whole time. Okay.
Can you read the next question, Brandon?
Let's go back to the original situation. This is what happened. Mark breaks up with Maria. He lets her know how he feels and starts dating another girl. Maria feels hurt and jealous and thinks about getting even somehow. Should Maria get even?
What do you think?
I don't think so. I just don't think so.
What good could come from getting even?
Nothing really. The way I look at it, two wrongs don't make a right. So
That's exactly right. Sasha, you seem to agree with what Brandon's saying. You wouldn't get even? Somebody broke up with you, why?
Because there's no point. You live your life only once, so there ain't no point of trying to be mad at him or try to get even with him.
Just move on with your life. Okay.
Let's be clear about the scenario too. In this scenario, he tells her how he feels. Remember the other scenarios, he wasn't saying anything. He just was avoiding her. In this one, he says how he feels, and then they break up. So, and you all said no to that. What? Same thing. What's it for you, Tisha? You said no. She shouldn't.
Would you want to get revenge, or would you just want to move on with your life?
No, I wouldn't.
It wouldn't even enter your mind?
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Yes, it would. But at the end of the day, sometimes when you try to get even with another person, you still end up getting hurt. You still end up being the main person hurt at the end of the day.
Even though you might feel like you might want to get even because of the initial hurt of the breaking up with somebody, when you look at it from a bigger picture, it's probably better to just let that go and just keep on moving on.
Right, right.
So it sounds like I hear multiple people saying that even though somebody hurt me, it doesn't make it right if I then turn around and hurt them, because it just becomes kind of this who can hurt who the most battle, right? And everybody loses. Is that, okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay, can you read the last question, please?
How should Mark respond to Maria's feelings?
What do you think? What would be the best possible thing that he could do in this whole scenario? How should he respond to her feelings? What are her feelings going to be, first of all? What do you think? He's going to break up with her. What's she going to feel?
She's going to be hurt. At the end of the day, she is going to be jealous if he is already dating someone.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to, some people be depressed. It's all types of different type of feelings when someone breaks up with you. You major stuff going through your head. You just don't know like how to feel. I don't know, I think.
So what should Mark feel? How should he pay attention to Maria's feelings? What would be some pointers you'd give him if he asked you?
I would just tell him, like, Mark, I think you should just have a serious talk with her. Just put everything on the table. Ain't no need to just keep playing with someone's feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you play with someone's feelings, it's just like, the tables can turn into that girl that you're now with, she can start playing with your feelings.
Very good, very good. You're obviously agreeing.
I agree completely with everything she's saying. I have nothing else to say with it.
Your advice to Mark would be what?
The same would be just tell her everything. Just open up and let her know why. Like, what's the reason for the breakup? Like, why do you feel this way? And then get her feedback and,
Okay. Sasha, what would you add? Anything?
There's really nothing really to add.
Would you tell Mark to be sensitive to Maria's feelings?
Well, to me, you shouldn't have to sugarcoat anything.
Okay.
I don't sugarcoat anything. So, to me, I feel he should just tell her straight up how it really is.
And you've said that from the beginning.
Yeah, you have said that from the beginning. And Mike, you pretty much the whole thing have been saying should avoid, can't. Well, let me ask you this though: what if you were, just as Deshauna said, what if you were in a different situation? What if it was you were going out with somebody, liked them an awful lot, and they started feeling a little bit differently? And would you want them to be honest with you, or would you just want to avoid that?
See, that's the thing. If a girl, they have just like they said, girls have more feelings. They're gonna start drama if you break up with them. If they have feelings for you, that's they can shake their head no all they want, but I promise you, that it's drama. Guys, if you break up with me, if you're honest with me, I'm not gonna blow up your phone and text you books and.
But the question is though, would you prefer though that you knew? The question is, would you prefer to know?
I want to know, right?
You would want to know, okay? So, the tables are turning a little bit. You would want to know, how does that make it any different?
Because guys and girls are different.
That's your opinion, that's okay.
Well, like, for mentally, really, like, most girls will like, have more feelings toward it. Like, I don't know, girls will get more depressed than guys.
Okay, that's fine.
That's your opinion, but your opinion, the most important thing is your opinion is if somebody else are breaking up with you, you want them to be honest with you. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Brandon, what do you think?
Well, if I was in Mark's shoes, I mean, if we've been dating and we started losing feeling, I wouldn't want to give up at all, because then if I lose her, then say if I was friends with her friends and stuff, I mean, I might lose those friends too. Maybe I think the best thing to do is tell her straight out, this whole dating relationship's not going to work out. But I mean, I'd really love to, come out every now and again, watch a movie, hang out, but not really give up everything. Maybe the dating part, start talking to other girls, but I mean, still have a little bit of relationship in there.
That's interesting. Any of you have an ex-boyfriend or girlfriend that you still talk to?
Yep, best friend.
Does it work?
Best friends.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay.
So if the tables are
No.
turned though, your response might be a little different than you responded kind of along the way here, which was avoid, not say anything, so, okay. If we think of kind of, the one thing that you guys absolutely agreed on, that we got consensus on, was that no matter what happened, you shouldn't get even, that you should just, certainly you might feel bad about it, but getting even is not a good thing. So we definitely agree on that.
I think we also agreed that, could we all say that if we're put in that situation, we would want somebody else to be honest with us, and probably, especially when you're talking relationship, honesty is a pretty big part of a relationship, isn't it?
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
All right.
Very good. So we'll give you the scenario. You'll have the scenario for next week. We want you to fill that out, get that back to us. We can do the same thing, and then we'll go over next week's scenario.
Okay.
Very good
All
job.
right.
Excellent
you.
job.